No, we're not. No. I think we're on now.
Yay!
Hi.
Hello.
Yay.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Rant and Rave live show. I'm Bex. This is my channel. I am also joined by G. You're first.
Hello. It's me. I'm G.
And Jade.
Hi, I'm Jade.
Their channels will be linked below, but you should know them if you found my channel because I mention them a lot. It's fine.
But you should know them if not.
Yeah. If not, this is awkward. And we are going to be ranting and raving about books today. So that's fun.
Hence the title.
Hence
Yeah.
the title.
Wait to start a new year.
Exactly. We're just refreshing from the last year. And see how we go. Shall we start with good or bad? That's the question.
Start with good.
Start with good? We're
I'd
going to
say
start with
good.
best books.
Yes.
Okay. I wonder if any of ours are going to be similar. That's going to be the question.
Probably.
I don't know. Oh no, maybe. Yeah.
I think
Jade's is going to
mine-
be a polar fantasy.
Yeah, I think mine and Bex is gonna be similar.
Well,
Probably.
Jade, do you want to go first then?
I don't think mine are going to be too different. I know that I've got a few in common with you, Beck, because I've seen your video, and mine went up yesterday as well. So
It did. It did. Well,
I have a book that's gonna be your favorite and my worst ones.
oh God. Well,
Of Jade's, at least.
I know what that is.
Yeah. I might not mention it though, to just keep it nice.
You're allowed.
No, I know. I'm just joking.
it's funnier when you mention it.
Yeah.
Well, I can start with one. I've got one in front of me,
Go for it.
which it's missing from my shelf, so I'm sure you might know what it is.
Whoa.
Because it is my bae, Strange the Dreamer, by Laini Taylor. Don't know what to say other than I freaking loved it.
Wait. Ow, ow. Aha, that's why I said that it's gonna be similar. Wait, have you read The Strange the Dreamer as well in 2018?
Yeah.
I think I did as well, but I can't remember. Did you like
It
that
was-
one or the second one better?
I liked this one better. I like Strange better. But I can see why people would like Muse better. But
I don't know. I can't separate them. To me, it's like one big thing.
yeah, they are very much one big thing.
Yeah.
I
But
read Strange in 2017, and I haven't read Muse yet.
My goodness, Jade.
That's not right. People kept telling me that I'm gonna die and it's gonna be very emotional and dramatic. Yeah. But I am a very cold person when I read books, so I'm not the best judge of that. But I wouldn't say like, don't be scared of it. It's all right.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
I'm not scared of it. I'm scared for the end of Dreams of Gods and Monsters.
Oh, yes, the other one.
That's
I
what I'm
have not
scared.
read those.
It's actually funny because Bunny keeps saying, "I really need you to start reading the other series. What's it called? Daughter of Smoke and Bone." I keep telling her like I have. I started like I've read the first one. I think he keeps forgetting. It's just funny because he keeps popping up. Random thought.
Yeah. Bunny keeps saying that to me too. And I don't know why. I'm intimidated by it. It's like I'm intimidated by Throne of Glass. Like I don't want to start it because I like their second series. So what if I don't like that one?
I liked Daughter of Smoke and Bone more than I liked Strange the Dreamer.
Oh.
I know you do, yeah.
I loved it.
You're
so
not
much.
the only one I've heard like say that as well.
It's fantastic, so I'm not surprised.
Is that one of your favorites for this year then?
It is, yes. And Days of Blood and Starlight, the sequel, is also one of my favourites for the year. I only gave 8 books 5 stars this year, and that's 2 of them.
That's a big call. I feel like I need to pick it up.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I haven't counted how many books I've given like the 5 stars.
I only counted because I did my top books of the year, and I was going to do top 10, and then I realised I only gave 8 5 stars, and was like, oh well, never mind.
Yeah, I didn't give many 5 stars either. I think I was like 7 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't gotten them like everywhere either. But should we say what Stranger Dream is about, or do we just think a lot of people know it already?
We probably should. We probably should.
Yeah, better not assume.
But it's like a really hard book to give a synopsis
It
for.
really is. Like, I always hate having to tell people about Stranger Dreamer, because I feel like it's one of those that you better just go in without knowing much.
Yeah.
Other than that, if you like books, you'll probably like this, just because like it's a lot of I mean like a lot of book themes are in there, you know.
So
like,
many
it's
bookish
very
things.
much about books. It's a book about books.
Well, yeah, it is.
To an extent.
And Laszlo is a librarian, so
he's completely fascinated with this fantasy world that everyone thinks is fictional, and then he gets sucked into it. So it's like being sucked into a fantasy.
Yeah.
He becomes the hero of a story that he wasn't entirely sure if was real.
Yeah, and I think the most beautiful part is that he doesn't want to be, or he's not. He's just such an oblivious hero. He doesn't understand that he is. Like, at no point throughout the whole series does he understand that he's like the hero.
Yeah, but I think he's also told he's not.
Such a Hufflepuff.
Yeah,
he's like a sweetheart.
Hufflepuff for life. Just saying. But I feel like he's always been told that he will never be the hero, and to like let other people be the hero. And I'm like, but he's like the cutest.
Well.
Yeah, he was a sweetheart. Cute. But yeah, so fantasy books. If you like that, you'll like this. Basically, just avoiding synopsis.
Yeah, if you're very plot driven, though, possibly not.
No,
it is not a fast book at all.
No. It's an experience.
Oh,
though.
Bunny's here.
Oh, Bunny. You can always rely on
Bunny.
Her. Hi, Bunny.
How's it going?
You should be at Comic-Con. What are you doing?
Clearly, we're just more entertaining.
Well, of course.
She couldn't bless us. She just couldn't.
So, Gigi, you want to like talk about the Daughter of Smoke and Bone then?
I feel like we're just raving about Laini Taylor at the minute, but she's
the best, so it's fine.
Yeah. So yeah, Daughter of Smoke and Bone, one of the few books I gave 5 stars this year, follows Karou, and she's an artist. She has bright blue hair. She draws these fantastic characters in her sketchbook that look like they're from another world, and you very quickly find out they're not from another world. They are in fact the closest thing she can call to family, and they are in fact very real, and stuff happens. I feel like there's so much that could be said but would spoil it, and I don't want to spoil anything.
I thought it was very imaginative what happens in that other place as well. Like, just the whole place was very... I think Laini does like very imaginative worlds. You know, something that you haven't really seen anywhere before. It's not too strange because you can still imagine it, but do you know what's funny? Because you listened to the audiobook, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know how the name is pronounced. I constantly just said Caro, I think. Like, in my mind, she's Caro. So when I saw you talking about it, and I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Karou, yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, you know when you pronounce something in your head, and then like, oh, damn it. It'll always be Caro now.
I know who you mean, the blue-haired beauty. But no, yeah, she's fantastic. That story is fantastic. The world, I feel like the series as a whole, because I'm in the middle of the 3rd book at the minute, it's taken me a long time to go through, but it's the best. Like with the third one, I'm listening to that on audiobook as well because the narrator for the audiobook is so good, fits the characters so perfectly. Really recommend that.
Oh,
but I kind of go.
Hello.
Hi.
Are you still with us?
My computer keeps losing internet, so if I disappear, just continue. I'll be back.
Fine, yeah.
Okay.
I missed your whole chat about Daughter of Smoke and Bone, though.
That's okay, because you haven't read it, and I don't want to spoil it for you. So.
Oh, well, that's good. Convenient.
Absolutely.
I'll give you a hard question.
Oh God. Okay.
Do you like this one better or Schwab stuff? Like, what's your favorite Schwab stuff? Like, is it Darker Shade of Magic?
Darker Shade of Magic is my favorite Schwab series. Yeah.
Do you prefer this or Darker Shade of Magic? I broke Jay. I broke Jay. Sorry.
Yeah, but you did. She's like, "How dare you?"
Like, you know that meme, like, does not compute, and it's just like all of that.
Can I get back to you on that?
Can I have a friend call?
Can we go? Yeah, phone a friend, ask the audience. Yeah.
There's also another question, probably easier.
Go for that one first. Yep.
Okay. Did you like this one better from the beginning, from the very first one, than Strange the Dreamer, or did it overcome Strange the Dreamer further in the series?
No, from the first one.
Oh, okay. Ooh. Damn it. I thought maybe further on, because that was...
Oh, don't get me wrong, the second one, because in the first one you're in the human world for more of it. In the second one, more action happens.
Mm-hmm.
But
I feel like it's
from the beginning.
I think I'm just a Strange the Dreamer person.
No, yeah, I think the people that like her tend to swing one way or the other, I think. But no, yeah, fantastic series. And both Daughter of Smoke and Bone and Days of Blood and Starlight made my top 8, 2 books in the same series. So yeah, I really recommend them, even though I know you've read the first one. Are you going to continue?
I don't know. I think I will. I enjoyed it. It wasn't like mind-blowing to me.
What did you rate it?
Oh, I don't actually remember. Let me check. I think it's probably like 3 or 4.
Interesting. I feel like I need to try the first one and see how I go.
Please do.
Yeah, it was 4, so it was like lower 4, but still 4. I mean, I enjoyed it for the most part. Yeah. I definitely wanted to continue when I finished it, but now you know how things like settle down a bit, and you're like,
yeah. I recommend you continue. The third one is a brick, but I'm getting through it. That's where I was going. That's where I was saying with the audiobook before Beck disappeared. I go back and forth on the audiobook because I only listen to it on my ways to and from work. So over the Christmas period, I didn't listen to it at all because I wasn't walking to and from work. And then when I put it back on, I just immediately sunk back in, fell back in. It felt like going home.
Hi, Taylor. Sorry, just saw someone in the chat.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you? How's it going? Anyway, we should probably move on from Taylor. Lainey Taylor.
Lainey Taylor, not Taylor Taylor.
No, Lainey Taylor can stay, but we're off Lainey Taylor now. G, yeah, what's one of yours?
Well, Muse of Nightmares, but still, I put that out there, so I'll move on. I have a couple of more. I actually included. Wait, let me take it because I piled them up not in order. I have this here actually. It's the Adventure Zone. It's a graphic novel. It was just such a joy to read because this is like a Dungeons and Dragons adventure, but it's very silly, and it's like if you need a pick me up, this is just like brilliant. I don't know. I just really liked it. I thought I'll throw it in there because I wanted to like include something from other places, you know.
Yeah. I haven't heard of that one, but I want to kind of read it now.
Oh yeah, it's just so good.
Like the week before you mentioned it in a vlog or something, and thought, I knew I would like that.
Yeah,
you mentioned it.
It's really fun. Yeah.
I feel like fun graphic novels, you need more of them.
Yeah.
Love it.
As long as the art's good too.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah, it's very like cartoonish, but it's, I really like that.
I do want to pick it up. I think it might be one that I have to make a purchase.
I think you would like it.
Yeah, I think so. I wonder how much of it I'll be able to at least sort of relate to, because I do play D&D occasionally.
I think you'll get the jokes there, from that perspective. Like, not that you need to play D&D to get the jokes in the comic, but it's just because it's funny because the dungeon master like pops in from like outside the comic in there, like as a bubble, and it's just it's funny.
Yeah, I think I might have to.
I feel like we never get enough graphic novel recommendations these days.
Yeah.
I think it's just so many people are like, oh, it doesn't count as reading. Shut up.
They're liars.
It so does.
We're not going to start on that one.
Yeah. So then I suppose I'll just finish my list like very quickly, just mention what else I have. So I have The Dark Matter, which is like a thriller book. Really enjoyed that. I read it honestly like at the very beginning of the year, and throughout the year I was just still like thinking about it. I just love it so much. It has all the themes. It's very probably personal, although I got quite a few people saying that they really enjoyed it as well after reading it, so might not just be me on this one. I think people genuinely usually like it, unless you read like a lot of thrillers and you just like everything about them, because it's probably similar to some other ones. But if you don't, which I don't, it was really fun. And then another one is Crooked Kingdom.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Yeah. I mean, Six of Crows was not I didn't get into the fandom from Six of Crows. I got into the fandom from this, which, I don't know. Usually I get the gist of the books from the first one. And it's not like I hated it, but I wasn't like die for it, But Crooked Kingdom is just so good.
I love them both so much. I just loved it. The characters were just so good. So good. I feel like I was only there for the characters.
I mean, but there's also plot. Like, it's like a very much like well-rounded.
Oh, definitely. But like, because I'm not someone who likes the bad guy. You know what I mean? Like, if there's a guy and it's kind of like he's kind of like the bad guy, and I hate those characters. But I loved every one of those characters so much. Not that they're bad,
Yeah, I was just saying, like, they're not really like...
They're not bad, but they're morally grey.
Haven't read the series. Can't contribute to the conversation.
Because I read Shadow and Bone this year too, that trilogy. And this one just shits all over that one. Like...
I read the first one and that one before reading this. And thank God I like still read these, because I really like the Crooked Kingdom like so much. I went to visit my family when I started Crooked Kingdom, and I would literally sneak upstairs instead of like seeing my family, who's I've not seen them for like months and months at that time. So instead of that, from day one when I was back, I was like, I need to go to bed. Or like sneaking in constantly to read, and that's how you know that the book is good.
Yeah. And they're such big books though, so I thought I was really intimidated by them, and then like I read them so quickly.
Yeah, I read the second one very quickly. First one again, it wasn't like that good. But I really did not like the first of the Cricket trilogy, though. I don't think I'll ever read those. The rest of them.
You're not missing much.
I mean, according to some people I am, but it's okay.
You're missing one specific character.
Nikolai?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what people say.
But
I don't know who he is, but yes.
You will see in the next one.
I know
King of
that's the
Scars.
point, because I want to read that book, but in order to read that book, you sort of, not really, but you sort of need to have read everything before that. And I'm just like, but I want to know what happens to Nina, but also I don't want to read the other book. It's just life is hard, guys. Life is hard. Real problems.
They are. And yeah, it is one of those ones because like you kind of need to know Nikolai's backstory.
I think I might just read spoilers somewhere. I think I might just ask someone to just tell me.
Yeah.
Because maybe they'll just do. Probably, I don't know. Whatever. Who else has some books to talk about?
Well, do we want to talk about one that I think everybody's read?
Yes.
I know Jade has.
It's on my list.
G, have you read Vicious?
Is that the second one?
First one.
First one. Yes, I have.
Oh, see? And Jade, this is your queen, isn't it?
It is. I love a
I
Schwab.
thought you read Vicious. I thought it was Vengeful you haven't yet.
I haven't read
Vengeful.
Oh. Yeah, I read Vengeful. I think maybe last year. I'm not sure. Maybe this year. I don't know. I mean, 2018. So technically, like, whatever.
I think you've read Vicious, haven't you?
Yeah.
You haven't read Vengeful yet, have you?
No.
Oh, you just said you read Vengeful. I'm confused.
Oh. Sorry. It is late.
We've all read Vicious. None of us have read Vengeful.
Oh, you
correct.
As well. Okay, that's fine. That's why I was confused. I thought you said that you haven't read it. Okay, never mind.
No, yeah, we're all on the same page.
Confusion's over. It's all good.
But no, yeah, loved it. Love Schwab. She can't really go wrong for me, to be honest.
I was disappointed in that one.
Really?
I think it was a very, very slight case of the miniaturist, whereas No, I didn't. No, I think it was. I liked it. I couldn't love it because it was pumped up to be something that it wasn't to me at all. It was supposed to be it was promoted as a story of villains, right? To me, that is not what it is at all. Like 100% not. It's morally great characters. They're not villains to me. So I was really expecting something a bit more on the darker side than it was.
You've got two murderers and a girl that raises the dead to be murderers, and her sister's also a murderer.
Right. I still don't think so because it's all within their circle, so they're just enemies. Yeah. They're not villains, you know. They're not like public enemies per se. They're just within this. Do you know what I mean? I was just like I just expected something else. Not that it was great. Yeah, it was just very contained. So I think it was just very like definition thing. And again, it's fine. It's just that it was said to be that, and in my head, it was different for, you know, I expected something else. So I think that sort of hindered it. You know when you have like expectations and then like that's what ruins it to you. Like it's my own fault for having those expectations. But yeah, and maybe I just read it at the time that I was just like not very. It wasn't bad at all. It was just not something that I was like, yes, I want more, like instantly.
Yeah. I'm also intimidated for read the next one as well.
Oh,
on that one. Because I've had it on my TBR for the Magical Readathon for Christmas at Hogwarts, and then I was just like,
big, isn't it?
No.
That was such a stupid choice. Why did you make that choice?
Because I like to be an overachiever and fail at it, okay?
Well, we'll have to blame it on how sick you were. You were delusional.
Yeah, it's true.
I remember the first time I saw the book was in your vlog, Jade. And until then, I didn't know it's such a beast. I thought it was just the same size as the first one. And I was like, excuse me? Because now I don't even know when I'm going to get to it. Because I'm just like, I don't know. I'm not that invested. I mean, I liked it. Maybe it's better than the first one. So that would be exciting.
562 pages.
I wish I could be as
I know
into
that-
Schwab as everyone else is. Like, I feel like I'm just not in there. Must be something with the writing style.
I mean, it's fair.
Yeah, I just wish, because you always want to love the books, and I feel like I'm missing out this hype because everyone loves Schwab. I'm just like, I like her, but I don't like love the stuff. So I just feel like I'm just like, yeah, it's okay. Like on the side of everyone partying, like, yay.
I feel like she's growing on me.
Mm.
Like, I felt like A Darker Shade of Magic. I was like, eh. And then that series went on, and I was like, oh.
The last one was the only book that I was like, yes.
Oh, that was a good one. That was actually on my list.
So good.
Didn't get it out.
I love it when the series has a very strong last book. Like, I just love that.
Yeah, it was a really strong last book. I loved that ending.
Even if it was a beat, I just didn't, it's one of those like big books that you just like, I don't want it to end.
Yeah.
Can it just be a little bit longer, even though it's like 600 something pages?
Yeah. And we're technically getting more in that kind of world anyway.
Yes.
Threads of power.
Mm-hmm. Very exciting.
Yeah. Just don't destroy my babies, please. And if they are destroyed, someone tell me so I don't read it.
I'm waiting for the comics to come into a volume so I can get it.
Me too.
That happens
Me too.
next month, doesn't it? Is it next month?
Oh, really? I don't know
next
when.
month or this month. I don't know which one.
It's either the end of this month or next month. It's soon, though. Like, soon.
No.
Yeah, it was on my anticipated list for the next 3 months.
I'm excited.
Yeah. I want to see more Maxim.
Well,
yeah. Well, it's the main character, isn't it?
Yes.
So you're likely to.
Yes, that is
maybe
for sure.
just a little bit likely, yeah.
Okay. Anyone else has anything else for the best books?
I mean, I have 8 because there were only 8 books that I rated 5 stars. But we don't need to talk about
to narrow to the cream.
The cream. Okay, so let's go top 2 then, shall we? Top 2.
Let's do it.
Daughter of Smoke and Bone, which we've covered.
Yeah.
Unpopular Opinion, The Caged Queen by Kristen Cicerelli.
Whoa!
Well, actually, I think a lot of people love the second one.
Oh,
but then I suppose the people who read the second one were the ones that liked the first one, so it makes sense.
Exactly. So good. I loved that.
People say that it was better than the first one, so.
I don't know if I would say better because I loved the first one, but definitely equally as good.
Yeah.
And then it was, I loved it. Loved it. Cannot wait for the third one. So excited for that.
Yeah.
I haven't read it. I'm
Have you read
nervous.
the last one?
Nope. Not me.
Well, we need to see which side of the fence you fall between me and G.
I know. I very rarely, well, not like rarely, well, yeah, I very rarely give 1 stars.
I very rarely give 5.
Did you give a 1 star to that book, G?
Yeah. I was like, I very rarely give 1 or 5, it's like, which I suppose is how it should be really, statistically. Makes sense.
Yeah.
It was just, it was not for me.
Wow.
It was
I really wanted to like it, obviously, because we all do when we read the book.
You don't read a book and want to hate it.
Yeah, and I can see why people would enjoy it. Like, unlike my other 1 star, I don't understand why people can enjoy that. Like, I sort of do, but, not really. Like, I understand how you would enjoy this one. But there's another book that I was just like,
It has dragons in it, though, doesn't it?
Yes.
Does that mean I'll automatically like it?
No, that's what I thought.
I have it. I have it here somewhere.
Mm.
But I haven't got there yet.
Did you just dive in here? No.
I agree with Angela. I think Laini Taylor is a very strong writer. I haven't read the other series fully yet, so I can't say that I can do no wrong. Maybe I should. I just need to see how I feel. There was one aspect that I obviously not going to say from the first book. It's going to be probably very important later on as well. That just didn't really sit well with me. Like, it was just sort of like, don't know how I feel about that. So,
What's that?
I think that's my one, like, hesitation. But I can't say it because it's a spoiler.
Okay.
I'll tell you later.
I do have a fun fact, though. I accidentally read A Night of Cake and Puppets because I didn't know it related to Daughter and Smoke and Bone.
Accidentally read it.
Yeah, when I was on my
if I'm not wrong,
tour.
does that one follow Mick and Susanna?
Yes, I believe so.
Maybe it doesn't spoil a lot of things. No?
Awkward.
Is it just about Mick and Susanna?
I don't even know who they are. Should I?
Susanna is Caru's best friend.
Oh, right.
Are you
Hello?
still there, Beck? Has she disappeared again?
I don't know. You're sort of laggy as well. I feel like I'm gonna lose everyone. No.
My internet is still up.
Or maybe. Huh. Maybe you're lagging because Bex is hosting. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
I don't know if that's how it works, to be honest. Just making stuff up. She'll be back. It's okay.
Angela's answered my question anyway. It is only about Mick and Susanna, which means it wouldn't have spoiled that much for Beck in relation to the rest of the series because they're not the main characters, so she should be okay.
She's back.
Oh, hey.
Hello. Should we move on into
now.
the worst ones then? Since we already sort of touched up on that.
Yeah, I reckon.
Nice.
Did you have an unpopular one here, G?
No, I have unpopular one. I have a couple maybe unpopular ones. Actually, all three probably unpopular into overrated ones.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
You know how I found that out as well? I went on my Goodreads and I sorted it by like average rating, and so the highest rating, and then compared to my rating.
Oh.
So if it had like a lower-ish rating, but very high average.
That's a really good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, because as I was like, in my opinion, that is obviously overrated. It has a higher rating than I did give it. But I have a very unpopular opinion on that one.
Oh.
Beck, you might cry.
Oh, no.
Oh, I'm very excited. Oh, okay. Let's do worst books first, though, yeah?
It's like a candy waiting.
Let's
that's okay.
Yeah, let's do worst.
Is it all the Quarterly Club books or no?
Yes.
Actually,
they
no.
are on the list.
I have 2 on the list.
I didn't put any, but I could. But they're not like 1 stars, I think. One was DNF, so I don't think I rated it from the Quarterly. And Miniatures actually had 2. I know.
2 stars.
Uh-huh.
I think I gave it 2 as well.
Yeah, like it wasn't like it was just the expectation.
It wasn't a terrible book, but it wasn't what we thought it was going to be. If you're into historical fiction.
Plus, it wasn't that great as well. But like, it's just the expectation. See, that's pretty much how I felt about Vicious. Not as strongly, obviously, because I still think gave it like 3 or 4 stars for Vicious, but just like tiny bit of that. The expectation thing. Mm.
Yes, Invictus is on there, Taylor.
Oh.
Sorry.
It's not on my worst, if I'm honest. It's not like
Jake,
the worst.
Start then, since you already gave us one.
Well, in the Quarterly Club ones, Miniaturist on there, Invictus is on there, Godblind is on there. I didn't like any of them. Cannot for them at all. Have unhauled all of them.
Is it the top 3? Then that's the worst.
It's not the top 3. But
you didn't get rid of the one I picked. Yay!
Which one was that one?
Yeah,
what? Extinction Trials.
Oh no, I didn't get rid of that one. I liked that one.
Oh, I thought you picked it for the worst ones. I'm just very confused today. I can't compute. Okay. It's okay.
My-
So what are your the
my-
worst?
The worst is one that I actually missed off my worst books of the year video because I forgot that I read it.
Oh no.
And that
happens?
is Because You Love to Hate Me.
Oh, that was bad.
Anthology, that
So bad.
absolute shit show of a book.
I think a lot of people really didn't like it. I've seen it in a couple of like worst of the year videos.
I completely forgot that I read it.
I read it last
Yeah.
2017.
It was ridiculous.
It was awful.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just didn't see. It didn't. There was no point. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it was just.
I
There
didn't
was no
find
point.
any of the stories in it memorable.
I brought the book to the charity shop without even reading it because I heard all of you guys speak about it. And I was like, you know what? And I to begin with, I am not into short stories, so I was like, you know what? I think it was back at the time that I bought it that I was like, just like yes to everything.
Yeah.
You know, the initial hype of everything,
Yeah.
and it's like no stopping me.
Yeah, I get you.
I think I was trying to be supportive of the other booktubers, but then I was also like, this is crap though.
I mean, I'm not going to lie, I bought it just for Victoria Schwab's story, which I can still remember and was the only one worth reading.
Yeah, I remember, I think
Was
I
Lady
read
Taylor
hers.
one of them?
I don't think so,
No, she wasn't in there.
but not for me. Not for me.
No, not at all.
That's your most disliked one, yeah?
Yeah, that's my most disliked. The second most disliked is the unpopular opinion, where people are like coming for me.
What one was
What
that?
is it?
Simon versus the Home Sapiens
right.
Agenda.
Is someone actually coming for you though?
Have you seen the comments in that video?
No.
Oh no, they're actually coming in the comments.
I thought people would like at this point people would just be like, yeah, fair enough. Not
I
for
got
you.
a lot of people agreeing with me, and then I got a fair few strongly disagreeing and showing how passionate they are.
Oh,
Well,
that's fine if it's in a nice manner.
was it in a nice manner? Or no?
Some people have been like, oh no, it's one of my favorites, but you know, if it's not for you, it's not for you. Some people have been like, what the fuck, how could you think that book
Oh
was
no.
Oh. Wow, I thought at this point we would just, know better.
past that? Yeah, no, apparently not all of us.
Wow.
Oh, sorry you had to deal with that.
That's all right. Thanks, Chloe. Chloe gets me. But no, I didn't. I just can't get past the right. Someone wrote me an essay about how me thinking the writing is absolute shit is me being absolute shit.
Oh.
The writing.
That is just silly though. Don't mind that at all.
Yeah. People are just extra. They need to calm down.
The amount of, I get it's a contemporary and it was supposed to be kind of casual, but it was too casual. You say,
if it's not for you, it's not for you at all. It's fine.
You say the word like when you're thinking. It's a filler word for you. You're thinking, so this, is a filler word whilst your brain works. You don't need to write that. They're the sort of words you edit out.
Yeah.
But they're pretty edited out.
I mean, it's a contemporary thing though, but yeah. Yeah. But that's why you're not a big fan of contemporaries to begin with.
No. Which is another thing I got people coming at me for. Why the fuck would you read it if you don't like contemporaries anyway?
Oh,
just give it a go. Just don't mind these people. It's fine.
We're trying to expand our reading.
I'm not offended by them. I just think it's a bit funny.
Yeah. No.
There you go. There's my unpopular opinion. Oh, and Sky in the Deep. I hated that too.
I haven't read that one either.
Sky in the Deep.
Oh, that was alright.
Hated it. Again, it was the writing style for me in that one.
Yeah, I can see that.
I did this.
I actually really like.
I did the other.
I thought you would not like The Cruel Prince because it had quite a bit of that as well going on.
I don't know what happened with The Cruel Prince, but I liked it way more than I thought I would.
I'm so glad
maybe
you
it's
did.
what surrounds that I did like that, and I didn't do that because I felt like it had a lot of that as well. But clearly, like it must have had something else that like offset that.
Yeah,
I feel like you either love The Cruel Prince or you hate it.
I liked it.
I liked it too.
Yeah, I liked it. I wouldn't say I loved it. It came in at a 4-star for me.
Same.
I think I
am
too.
very excited for the second one, though. I will say that.
It comes out on Tuesday. So
I know.
It's amazing.
We read it in such a good time, like honest to God. Because I think like
read it.
one of those that probably after a couple of months I would not be as excited, but since we're reading it so soon, I'm like very excited.
Beck, did you just show that you have an arc of it?
I have an arc, and this is the finished copy from the publisher.
So I like literally once I finished reading The Cruel Prince, I'm not gonna say what I asked, but I went to Bex and I was like, "Does this and this happen in the second one? Just tell me."
You did.
I was like, I was just like, just tell me.
And I don't even think I could answer you properly. It was like,
you did.
Ashley finished The Cruel Prince the other day, yesterday, and she texted me at like 2:00 this morning, like, "Oh my God, I finished it. You need to come around on Tuesday so we can read the sequel together." So,
that's
okay.
So sweet.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
It's
Okay, Beck, what's your tea?
Now Bunny's not. I don't think Bunny's here anymore, so she can't come at me.
She will afterwards.
All the Crooked Saints by Maggie Stiefvater. She knew this was coming, so it's okay. She won't hate me, hopefully.
I think a lot of people didn't like that.
It I don't even know what it was. You can't even explain what it was about. Like, it was a family that do miracles, like, in the desert. But
you've said the word desert. G don't want to read it.
Yeah, G's not reading it. And
sorry. Desert's better than the pirate theme, though. Random thought, you didn't need to know that. Sorry, continue.
But it, like, Maggie Stiefvater has like this beautiful writing and it's really like lyrical, but she was hiding a shit plot behind it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she was trying to make it so beautiful that I was like, there is no plot or character like complexities here. Like, this is awful.
Oh wow, sounds familiar to me, but we'll get to that later.
Ooh, that's coming. And it was like smoke and mirrors. It was very smoke and mirrors. That there was nothing going on.
I heard that this one was like very, crappily received even by the biggest fans of her. So I think maybe it was just like a miss. Yeah, I think so. You can't like every book,
No. I think it was just a miss for me. And it's sad because it's a signed copy and I walked like 13 blocks in New York to get this signed.
Aww.
I'm not sure if I'm going to read it. I've got it. Obviously, I love her writing. I love the Raven Boys, but I'm not sure if I'm going to read it at all because I've heard nothing good about it.
It's an experience.
I really also haven't heard anything good about it at all. I don't think I will read it. Maybe I'll read it next.
Okay, I was going to say, is that one that Bunny likes?
Yeah,
me and Bunny have very different tastes.
Me and you have very different tastes. Like, we have got like 50-50. We will either like definitely agree on literally everything on a book, or we will disagree like on a different scale as well. It's always like 50-50 because we do like a lot of things as well together, like or dislike something together. But then they'll be like, it's always such a fun experience as well. Like, did you like that one? Like, which one was it? 50-50.
Yeah, it's always a lottery with us, isn't it? Yeah. But it always makes for good conversation, so...
Yeah, for sure. Fine. Also, it's just really good that we both liked the Night Circus when we read it. That was such a good time.
Yeah, that was so good. Oh, do you want to buddy read her next one? We'll talk about that off the live.
Okay. I'm shit at buddy reads, but let's talk about it later.
Hey, we managed.
I actually love that it took us like 6 months to read it.
I think it's
like unironically, like I love the fact because I think it like added to the experience for that one.
Yeah,
I think when
I remember you talking about it. So funny.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Hey?
Do you have more?
No.
That's fine. I
Not
will
really.
go then.
Except for our
Your
quarterly
turn.
books. So
Yeah.
come at
this
me,
is
G.
not this is not like a super, it's the overrated category. That's the T one. Okay, so I'll start with the one that I don't think a lot of people will care about. It was the Slaughterhouse 5. It was just torture. I hated a lot of it. I'm just gonna move on past that. I know a lot of people, actually, surprisingly, a lot of people are like diehard fans of his. And it's obviously fine. It's lovely that they liked it, but I just couldn't. I couldn't. It felt like whatever. Let's move on to that one. Then another one was The Last of Zara. We already touched upon that, so I'm gonna just like move on for that. And then the other one was possibly my most disliked one, Leon.
Oh, yes. I've heard things about Leah.
I think I've spoken about it like enough already, but obviously not here. So I'll just summarize it very quickly. I thought it was just the most frustrating book I have ever read. I really wanted to like it because of the whole like representation part, which there was some, but anything that the main character did, like nothing had consequences for her, only just for other people, and she was just so unbelievably horrible. But she was not supposed to be like, that from the writing you were supposed to like her and sympathize with her, but like I just couldn't. So the whole book was just such a nonsense to me, and I really didn't like the whole thing. So she was just a horrible person, and unapologetically so, but not in an interesting way, just in a very frustrating way. I gained nothing from that, but I still read it. I hate Reddit. It was one of those. Very, very rarely
I can imagine it being very similar to my experience with my most hated book, where you need to justify how much you hate it by consuming the whole thing, so that when people come at you, you can be like, well, actually.
Yeah, I was literally just like wanting to see if they address anything at the end, and they didn't at all. All of the shit stuff that she's done, no one gave her any crap for it, and I was just like, wow, okay. Anyway, I'm not gonna say more about it, but it's just not a good experience for me at all, which is funny because it wasn't like the writing style, because I can swap to that. I know it really grinds on you, Jade. But I can swap from that, and I just take it as fine. It doesn't bother me that much after like a couple of pages of just transitioning into the contemporary style. And I liked Simon a lot, but wow. This was a big miss for me.
It's because she's such a hateable character, isn't she? Like, she's awful in the first book.
I could understand what they were trying to go for, the insecurities causing all of that, and like, deflecting. But like, no.
But there are still consequences.
So many wrong things about it. So many wrong things.
I've heard a lot of people say that though.
I had a lot of comments saying that they loved it, which I get, but not really. Like I get it, but
not really.
Like I want to argue against it. Like how usually like I will get why people will, like The Last of Zara, like I'll get it. I get why people like that. It's just like a tasting, but with Leia, I just feel like no. Like
nobody should.
There's
like
better
that.
things for these rep out there. Maybe one day I'll find it, but so far, not really. But oh well.
Yeah, that's
not one I would be reaching for. That is for
sure. No, I don't think you should.
But I don't reach for like Simon either. Like it doesn't.
Did you not read it?
No.
Oh, I thought it was very cute.
I
actually think you would like it.
Oh, really?
I think so, yeah.
No, I haven't even got it on my shelves. Like, yeah, I just never got there.
I'm surprised that I found it so predictable. Like the thing that you're not supposed to know, I knew.
Yeah.
Immediately.
I think a lot of people knew. I don't think it was hidden very well, to be fair.
It
was very not. I don't know. It was very heartwarming for me. Should we go to overrated?
I need the tea.
I would like you to, because I don't actually have like one I like off the top of my head. So, G? Wanna go?
Should I start with the most controversial one or keep that for later?
Oh, hi Jess. She's at work.
Oh, hey.
Oh.
Hi.
But yeah, go the most controversial, I reckon.
Okay.
Just
But
go in
hold
there.
on to your chair, Bex.
Okay, I am.
Okay. Now I'm not saying I hate this one. I'm just saying it's overrated, in my opinion.
Should I will how dare you already?
explain why. Probably.
Go on. Oh shit.
Very controversial. I know. Now, not for the reasons you're thinking, probably. I mean, I hope not. In my opinion, this book has gotten so much attention, and understandably so, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, because of the theme. Now, I am taking the theme away and every meaning away from it and looking at it as a literature thing. And I just think it was very mediocrely written. So that is my reasoning for it. I understand why it's important. And I'm happy that it got, so big.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that it's made into a movie, which I still need to see, but I think I missed it already. So we'll wait for the DVDs. But yeah, I think people got a little bit blinded and very subjective, understandably so again, by the theme and the importance of it, to sort of overlook the actual writing style and the plot and everything surrounding the book when it comes to this particular one. Just my opinion, which is also
I understand that. Yep.
Yeah, it's just something that obviously I have to phrase very carefully, because people could be quickly to judge me, but I'm just I understand it and I'm happy that it's there and it's needed, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that it's not the best written thing ever, and it could have been written better.
Yeah.
Just from my perspective.
Yep. No, I get that.
But isn't this your most liked book of the year or something?
I didn't read it this year.
Oh, because I
read it in
remember seeing a
2017.
story on your Instagram or something being the best book or something, or book everyone needs to read or something. And I was like, oh.
That would have been
That being said, this one scraped 4 stars. It was just on it. So I didn't hate it, but just comparing to the ratings, you know how I said how I got these books of what do I think is overrated?
Yeah.
My rating.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, I get it. You're not wrong.
But yeah, this is a very...
I still think it falls into the category of a book everyone should read if it's a topic that you're blind to, but you read it for the theme because it's not well written.
I'm wondering if there's better ones for people to read, though, for the same topic.
If there is something with the same topic that is better written, then yes, I think that would be the one that people should read.
Or a documentary or a movie or something.
Something that really bugs me about this book is the fact that no one can comfortably say they didn't like it. I feel
that whole theme bugs me, but as a privileged white girl, which I'm aware I am, I don't get a lot of say in that. It feels how it is, and I understand it. But yeah, it's a difficult thing to bring up, and in booktube especially.
Yeah. I read a lot of the same topics around the same time. I ended up picking up heaps of those books, and I would say that I have I've got one that I'd like more.
Oh, which one was it?
Dear Martin.
Oh, I wanted to read that. Yeah, it was on my list, but I haven't gotten to it yet. Would you recommend it?
I liked it, yeah.
Okay. I might go for that one because I really want to find one that's better to recommend instead of this one. I didn't hate it, but I just think it was laxum in so many areas that I just wish it was better.
Yeah, I really liked Dear Martin, but it was... I feel because it didn't come out first, everyone kind of...
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it came out at a very disadvantageous time.
Yeah. I also think it's a very good thing that it came out, because obviously now that people see that this can be profitable. They will want to write these, and it's on the market, and publishers will want to get that because this succeeded, you know. So it's a very good thing that it did come out, because now we're going to see those themes. And maybe Dear Martin wouldn't be published if it didn't, you know. Like, who knows?
Yeah.
So it's good. I'm just saying the ratings. Okay, moving on to another one. Now this one surprised me because it's Saga. Yay! I am trying to say that it's overrated now, not from the beginning, right? But like at the moment, I feel like it's getting too comfortable. For a couple of last one, no, the 8th one I like. This one's the 9th one, and I still enjoyed it. But the whole series is just starting to feel like rinse and repeat so much.
It's getting a bit
like
flat.
It's always this. Yeah, it's always the same, and it's always like sort of trying to get that shock value. But after like 9 volumes, you're like, you can't really shock me with the same stuff anymore. So it's just getting to that point, but that is the reason why. But obviously it's ranked really high for most of the volumes. And then the last one that I have is the Raven King.
Fair enough with the Raven King. Like,
just this specifically in the series.
Like, that's my least favorite in the series.
Agreed.
It was just like, what? You know? It was very much like, what? Is this what I was waiting for? Like, give me more. So that was the only thing. Yeah,
no,
but
I
it's
100% agree.
Yeah, it's actually ranked pretty high. So compared to my ranking, it was overrated.
It just ended. Like, the build up in the whole series, like, was, and then it just ended, and I was like, what was that?
Yeah,
like,
in my opinion, I think that like the author might have just drifted somewhere after the 2nd book and forgot what the teaser was with the whole series. Did you get that? Like, at some point, it just came something else. Like, we started with this like super awesome concept and like a clear goal, and then at some point, I think in the 3rd one, although I did enjoy the 3rd one quite a bit, but at some point in the 3rd one, it just got all over the place. I really, because of the last one and because of the ending, actually, although I can understand that it's very hard to end a series on a satisfactory note, because like obviously endings are hard to like satisfy people with. But when people ask me if I would recommend the series, I always get so confused because I don't know. Like, yes, but no. Like, because of the ending. Also, was it just me, or I just could not tell? That is a random note, but I could not tell the girls apart in the family. Like, they could all just have the same name, and I would still not know which was which one. Other than the mother, but like all the other ones, I just couldn't tell which one's which one.
Yeah,
I could tell Calla and Persephone apart.
Yeah, obviously I audiobooked it the last time I read it, which was like, I finished that one in December. I audiobooked it, and you can tell because they do a different voice.
Oh, was it a full cast?
No, it was the same person, but like for Persephone, he made his voice very high, and for Calla, he kind of shouted.
Like, Calla's a very shouty character, though, isn't she?
Yeah, I love her. She's the bomb.
Who's your favorite Raven boy? Since we're obviously not spoiling it by saying that, so who's your favorite Raven boy?
Gansey. I'll adore him.
I did like Gansey as well.
Jade?
Noah.
Oh, Noah.
Yeah. I loved Noah in the 4th book.
I went from like hating to loving Ronan.
Yeah,
me too.
I honestly loved them all except Adam.
Yeah, me too. As everyone's quite aware.
I think everyone was sort of supposed to not entirely like him.
I don't know, a lot of people stick by his side because they see his story.
I mean, it is a meaningful story.
I just don't like his attitude sometimes, in my opinion. Like,
he victimizes himself. Me and Beck have had many a discussion about this. We don't need to do it again.
No, we don't need to go there. But yeah, no.
Those are mine. I think all 3 of them are pretty like unpopular.
they're not that bad. The first one was a bit like, oh,
where is this going?
I am shooketh.
Shocking but understandable.
Yeah. What about you, Jade? What have you got for overhype?
Well, obviously Simon, but we've touched on that.
Oh yeah.
A Court of Frost and Starlight.
Oh, that's
Is that ranked high?
surely not.
I don't know if it's ranked high. I didn't judge it on that.
I want to check.
Over.
Yeah,
I'm actually like just curious.
Overdone.
You
I
wouldn't
didn't
think
care
so.
to get raised.
Yeah,
I hope not.
I'm wondering. I mean,
Are
I
we
know that
all now
no one
going to
liked it,
check?
but then that's just
3.9.
Yeah, that's still.
not the lowest. I mean, 3 anything is pretty low on Goodreads because everything's overrated there.
Yeah.
I just think it shouldn't have existed, to be honest. Like,
I
at the
agree.
time of reading, it was fluffy and great, but
It was also published in a
serves
very
no purpose.
stupid time.
Yeah.
They should have published it before Christmas because it would have made
Yeah,
sense.
definitely.
It's a Christmas special. Like, it's just a Christmas special. Which is fine.
Published in spring.
Yeah.
It was random.
I have an unpopular
It was a
opinion
hot
about that one
mess.
because I actually liked it.
I think
But I
would
was
have
going in
liked
with
it
such
again
low expectations.
if they just said, this is a Christmas special, not a lot of things happen, but if you want to hang out with the characters, here you go. If they said it
Yeah.
like that, you know, it's all about marketing.
But it was promoted as this is a bridge between series. That bridge needs burning.
It's the last chapter, that's it, and that last chapter is not even
it's
part
not
of
even
it.
the last chapter. Yeah, that's the teaser. We didn't need that. We just needed the teaser.
The teaser
I'm
was
annoyed
more
that they made us
informative than
pay
the
for
other.
it.
Yeah, that's like full price as
It
well.
should be like a
20
Pottermore type of thing, like online.
Yeah, $24. I don't think so, mate. Like, that's not worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it's gonna be so tiny when it came. I was like,
Yeah.
where's the rest of it? I think mine got cut.
Yeah, mine got broken. But like her other novellas are huge, and then we got this, and I was like, what? What is that? And I'm not looking forward to where it's going, if I'm honest.
I know you're not because of the character.
Oh, I hate that.
I'm
bitch.
actually
Oh, God,
excited.
sorry,
I'm
Chloe.
excited for it going. I don't mind it. I'm here for it.
Oh,
If, like,
sorry.
Hey,
Chloe.
right. Chloe. Akatar, Akamath, Akawar are good. You'll like them. Just the last one. Go into it with the expectation that it is a Christmas special.
yeah, I'm
It's
assuming
good.
it's gonna continue with the standard of the main series, but
I hope
this
so.
one is just like
Yeah, if you go
Thanks.
into it with the
Probably.
right expectations, I think you'll be alright. Just don't go into it with the expectation that it's going to bridge the gap, because it doesn't.
No, it doesn't bridge no gaps.
There's no bridge.
There's no bridge.
It's just a market for shopping, and everyone just doesn't know what to get for each other for Christmas. That's literally the whole book. Oh no, I just remembered what actually happened.
Yeah.
That really annoyed me. And I completely understand why she's done that because of what she was going through in her life. But like, wow, that annoyed me.
Yeah.
Not gonna say it because it's spoilers. but
Okay,
it really annoyed me.
Oh, such a mess. Shall we? Oh, wait, I've got an underrated, I think. No, overrated. I've got an overrated, I think.
Yes.
My Lovely I Hate Fairyland by Scotty Young. This is the 4th one. And
Which you didn't like.
like what? Like
Did you like the first 3?
I love them.
Oh,
They were like one of my favorite graphic novels. It's like this chick who goes into fairyland who wants to, and then she can't get out, and she's angry and murderous, and like I loved it. And then this came along, which is the last one, and it was like they were like, "Oh, that'll do. We just need to finish this shit off." And
wait, is it the last one as well?
yeah, it's the last one. Like this is the finale, and I read it, and I was like, "What
Oh,
the
it's the
heck was
Raven
that?"
King of that series.
Yeah, it was. It just like I don't even know what I read. I just read it and I was like, what was that? That wasn't funny. It was just shit.
Oh,
But
that's a shame. At least the rest of them were nice.
yeah, what a terrible ending to what I thought like my favorite. But that's all I've got for overrated
What
because
did you rate that?
that one,
That one's got a really high rating on Goodreads. That's rated 4.1.
I think I gave it
How
a
many?
2.
How many ratings does it have? I feel like the less they have, the higher it always is.
671 ratings.
Oh, that's not many.
Yeah, that's not many.
No.
Is that your bird, Beck?
Yeah, it's my bird in the background. Just ignore it.
No, it's just her.
And she's like a good 200 meters away. Like,
She's
Oh,
loud. What do you
God.
live with that?
like,
I
and
mean,
I'm in my room with my
pretty much the
aircon.
same.
She's so loud, but that's fine. Whatever. Should we go? Wait, what did we just do? Over? Should we do underrated?
Please.
Yeah.
I
Who's
don't
going
have a
first?
copy of my underrated,
Go for it
Same.
anyway.
but I'll go. Mine was called Moonrise by Sarah Crossan. It
Oh, God.
is a
Never heard of
no. It's a. It got released in Australia like I think 2 years ago, and I read it while I was at the hairdressers. I was just like, oh, I'm bored, and I read it, and I thought it was really great. I was in tears.
Oh.
But it was like it's like a story about in prose, so it's written differently. So if you don't like stories told in prose, it's not going to be for you. But about a guy's brother who's been incarcerated for murder, and he's on death row.
Oh.
And they give him his execution date. So the brother then goes to see the brother in jail, and it's kind of like their last time together.
Oh no, it's like Green Mile. I died on that one.
Yeah, and they're still trying to get him off, and it was just my heart.
I wish that sounds really good. I wish it wasn't in prose because there's literally -5% chance that I will pick that up.
Yeah, and it is. If you don't like prose, you're not going to like it. But
me and prose.
But and no one talks about it, and I was like in bed, like finishing it because I was like, I can't go to bed until I know what happens.
Oh my God, that sounds so sad.
It was. It was.
It sounds really good, but it sounds sad.
Yeah, I was just in tears. Like, this is not. I shouldn't be reading this before bed.
Yeah, I was about to say that is a very bad timing to read something like that.
Yeah, but I got through it quickly. Like, I was the hairdresser maybe 4 hours. So it maybe finished it in 5 hours.
Well,
but so underrated, so good. And that's the only one I got on top of my head.
Noise.
Because I'm prepared.
Do you have any, Jade?
I have a few, or a couple. A Shiver of Snow and Sky by Lisa Ludek. There's my polar fantasy coming out.
Here they come.
Yeah. Here they come. Yeah, here they come. Because no one bloody reads them, and they're good.
I do have the first one, actually. I do have the first one.
Good. Read it.
You know what I still haven't read, and I know that you also love it, and I know it's full of fantasy? I know
What?
I need the Something and the Nightingale. What is it?
The Bear and the Nightingale.
So good. And I think
I
you
finished
would
that.
like that one as well because you tend to like slower paced things more than the average person.
I
So
think I have
you
to
would like it a lot.
Yeah, I mean, the signs point that way. I'm just afraid because it's like Russian inspired, is it not?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
I did not
Well,
have a lot of
read
good
it.
like experience with that.
Yeah.
But
That's
that being
another one
said,
I'll contrast
I
on
might
point.
love it. I might love it if it's not like overdone it or like done like fake way. Is she actually Russian? The
She's
author?
not Russian, but she's got a degree in Russian history.
Okay.
It's not bad. I liked it.
I loved it. It was my first 5-star read of the year, and I only gave 8 books 5 stars.
The pacing was a bit off for me, but you know how I'm like with pacing. Like if it's slow read, I'm like dragging. But like I was really intrigued.
I seem to just like really for some reason like slow pacing books, but like I do like it when they're fast. I'm just like for some reason my favorites are always like slow.
Yeah.
And this one has some slower paced bits that I think
Yeah.
you would like. At least the Bear and the Nightingale was. That wasn't actually what I came here to talk about.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Tangent, but yeah, A Shiver of Snow and Sky by Lisa Ludek, and the sequel that I always forget the name of. Is it A Storm of Ice and Stars? I think that might actually be it. But they were fantastic, and I've not seen anyone else even read them. I'm sure people have, just not that I've come across at all.
I got it in a book box club at some point, so I still have it.
It's good. I liked it. So it follows this girl and her on this icy island where essentially the northern lights aren't the northern lights. They're a message from the goddess, and when the lights glow red, it's the goddess telling them that something really horrible is going to come, something deadly is going to happen. Red lights, here's your warning. Exactly. So then the lights glow red and the shit hits the fan. Yeah.
Fuck shit up.
There's a lot more fantasy elements in it than I thought there would be as well. Like, I'm just going to say ice dragon.
Oh, there's a dragon.
There be a dragon.
Well, if there's a dragon.
Yeah, speaking of dragons, Angela in the chat said the Lady Trent series by Mary Brennan is underrated. There are dragons in it. So
you know how to get our attention.
Yeah.
There be dragons.
Yeah.
Just writing down all the books with dragons in it today.
I know.
But no, yeah, that series, I say series, the second one's a companion, not a direct follow-on, but so good. So good.
Interesting.
And very underrated, I think.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't heard anyone talk about it but you.
No, yeah, exactly. Me neither.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned it in the last quarterly stream as well, because I think at that point I'd just read it and I was saying how much it surprised me because I had it on my shelf for so long without realising it was a polar fantasy, despite the title.
And the cover. Like a snow.
Because I'm an idiot.
But hey, it's a nice surprise.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's for sure. Any more, Jane?
I have another one, yeah. The entire Spellslinger series.
Oh, shit.
I do have that. The first one.
I have the first one too. I
You
DNF'd
didn't
it.
like it. I know you didn't like it. I'm currently buddy reading.
Really?
But
I actually haven't heard any opinions other than you and AG liking it because no one else talks about it. So I haven't heard any.
It's underrated.
Oh no,
Me and
actually,
AJ love
Erin,
it.
I think from Erin reads, she hated it. No.
Yeah, I think Erin
Yeah,
didn't like
so
it.
that's the only other person that I know. Okay, so far actually,
The
it's 50-50.
Australians don't like it. The Aussies don't like it.
I only know 4 people, so it's 50-50 now. Oh no.
But I said I would go back. Like, I feel like I wasn't in the right, like, frame of mind. And, like, it's still on my shelf. Like, I didn't unhaul it.
You know what put me off it? Which I know now that it's not the case, but, like, the books look like they're, like, kids' books. And that really put me off. But I know they're not, right? They're not.
Yeah, no.
No, they're not.
And I know it shouldn't put me off, but like I didn't have a good experience with any of the other ones, kids that I tried, so I think I'm just steering away from middle grade stuff.
No, they're not middle grade. They're
yeah, but you know what I mean? Like the covers, like they tricked me. I got tricked.
On the topic of tricks, that's what it's all about.
Surprise! Are there dragons?
There's animals though, right? There's some sort of animals there.
There's Reachies, the squirrel cat, who is
nice.
He is a murderous little creature that will tear your eyeballs out in your sleep and eat them.
Nice.
Not a
I do remember saying AJ said that someone ripped someone eyes and ate them.
Yes.
So I see them.
Well,
it sounds right up my alley, to be fair. So I should really get on it.
I'm buddy reading the 4th one with AJ at the minute. Really good.
Were you reading that for the Christmas at Hogwarts?
We were supposed to, but then we both failed the readathons.
It was a learning experience. I think like the majority of people didn't finish anything.
Christmas
like
was a bad time.
Yeah. It's okay. We tried, we learned. Probably not gonna repeat next year.
I just remember Jade saying, I'm going to the Yule Ball with someone, and it's AJ, and I was like, how dare you not invite me to the Yule Ball?
You wouldn't have been able to come with us anyway because you
I don't
read
care.
books.
I was offended.
I don't care. Screw logic.
I went solo to the Yule Ball, okay?
But yeah, they're my underrated ones, and every other polar fantasy I've read. But you know, I've got a recommendations video based on that.
Is it
Sorry,
my
I'm just
turn?
reading the comments. Yeah, go ahead, G.
Okay, so that one I don't have because it was an audiobook. Artemis by Andy Weir. You know, the guy that wrote Martian.
Yeah,
Again, I
love the
realized
Martian.
this. I saw these books because I sorted it by lower ratings, and then like the ones that I liked from the lower ratings. Lower is still 3.67, but on Goodreads that's very low. Like, let's be real, it was the lowest like on my like list. So apparently Artemis had a very like low rating, so a lot of people didn't like it. I really did. It was like 4 stars. It was good fun. It had a lot of rep. It was set in like a moon that people moved to. I just really liked it. It was like a high story as well of this main girl, and she was very unapologetic, and I really liked it. I don't know why people didn't. Maybe I'm gonna read like some reviews later on just to see what was it that people didn't like it, but I don't know. I thought it was underrated for the rating, but I don't like it's not underrated as in like people don't know about it. It's just underrated. So I took it very literal here. But another one is apparently Only Human, which made my heart very sad. It has 3.67 again.
Oh, how dare they?
I know.
Honestly.
I don't know. I have seen some reviews actually on Amazon for some reason. I just looked at them at some point when I was buying it, I'm assuming. I think it was mainly people not liking the format, which I get.
Okay.
If you're not into because it's told in like an interview, so there's no paragraphs of descriptions and whatnot. So I'm assuming some people didn't really like that, and it wasn't their cup of tea, which is fair enough. But to me, I felt like it was still conveyed so well, and I sometimes really hate reading descriptions. So to me, it was just like removed all the crap parts and still included the info through dialogue, which to me is just like, yay. More books like that. It reads faster to me. It's more entertaining, and I just really liked it. But apparently that's sitting at a very low Goodreads rating.
I'm surprised by that. Because I adored it also.
Yeah. So
I need to read that series. I've got the first one, but I need to pick it up. I know that's going to be one that I'm going to like. It's just
do it. I am almost going to like it. That you're going to like it as well, yeah. And I also want you to read it and also give me updates when you do, because it's one of my favorite series. If
they're quick, maybe I'd make a effort to read them in Feb, because I'm going to need some.
You'll read them very quickly, because
so quick.
It's like, wait, I'm just trying to find the page. Like, it's just like dialogue. It's just dialogue, and that is like a full page.
Through that.
Yeah, it's like like there's nothing on the page.
Hold me to it. I'll read the first one in February.
And also, if you wanted to, the audiobooks are full cast and they're really good. I read the first one in audiobook, then swapped because there's a kid in the second one, and I just did not want to put myself through that. Hearing a kid speak. Not big fan of kids.
Completely understand.
But apparently it's still good and fine. But oh my god, they're so beautiful. I also part of it was because I wanted to just own the books, and it's a reason to own them if I want to read them. They're beautiful.
Your copies are really nice. Your copies are beautiful.
Yeah, I actually do prefer UK ones much better than you guys have. Yours is also still nice. Like, they're not ugly by no means, but I just prefer these. Oh, so and another one I actually do have on my shelves, but I forgot to grab it. So it's Mara. It's a comic.
Oh yes,
I've heard you talk about it. No one talks about it, and for the reviews, it's similar, 3.6 something, I think. Yeah. So it's not the most well-received one, but I love it, and it was so beautiful, and I thought it was just such a sweet little story with a lot of underlying things. Although if you're very patriotic and you like the military system in US, I think it might grind on you, because I think that was the whole message. It's a bit like philosophical, I thought, if you look at it that way.
Yeah.
I loved it so much. I was not expecting any. I had this since like 2015 or 14, because I just got it, and it was like discounted somewhere in a Forbidden Planet, I think, and I just got it because I needed, like, you know, a like fifth one for the price of 3 or whatever, you know. So I grabbed it, and the cover is a girl like with the volleyball ball and she's like dressed for volleyball. So I thought it was just like a fantastic. I knew there was fantasy, but I just thought it was gonna be like fantasy volleyball, you know. Anyone remembers fantasy football thing? Like, I don't remember how it was called, but it was it was one of the things that I liked on the TV as a kid, and it was like sportsy, and it's like very unlike me to like it, but I loved it. Galactic football, I think it was all with fantasy and football.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, it was a show, and I really enjoyed it, and I was trying to find it, but I think it got discontinued, but whatever. So I thought it's going to be something like that, and boy, was I wrong. It's completely different. So the volleyball thing is very misleading, and it's not much about it. But I want people to like check it out. They might not like it, because it could go really either way, and it's very underrated in my opinion. It's very small and it's beautiful, so I think people should give it a go.
When I eventually come and see you, I'll get up and read it one morning.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yes,
like I did with Lock and Key.
Well, you will also be sleeping in this room, so you can just like, you know, crawl to the bookshelf and just be like,
I just won't sleep. You'll come in the morning and I'll still be there like,
look what I found.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. I never heard anyone talk about it. I think it's very like not known, maybe.
Yeah.
But I liked it. It was very surprising because I was not expecting anything for it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah, all of these I'm like, I've heard on your channels.
Yeah, it has like 3.28 rating. That's very low.
Yeah, I'm just looking at my ratings on Goodreads, and the one that sticks out to me is that I actually liked that everyone hated was Zenith.
Oh.
Because I did a review on it, and it has like 11 dislikes or something. Like, everyone hated that I liked it. And I didn't love it, like I'll shout about it.
On Goodreads.
Oh no, on my my YouTube review.
Oh, I thought it was like on Goodreads. I was like, wow.
No, on my thumbs down on my verbal one.
Yeah.
And then I was just kind of like, oh well. Like, I didn't think it was like the best thing ever, but I was like, oh, it's alright. And
yeah, like I feel like I need to say as well that I gave like Mara 4 stars. It wasn't like 5 stars this is my life now, but I really enjoyed it still.
Yeah.
I don't have any opinions on Zenith, but I don't think I'll ever read it. Doesn't sound
no
like
one recommends it. Like,
yeah,
but I didn't hate it with every fiber of my being like everyone else.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see what mine is on.
It's fun because sometimes like you get, you know, I got really surprised by the results, like Artemis and Only Human. Like, are you kidding me? Why?
Yeah. I haven't read Artemis.
But I think it's probably because the first one was so good, and so it was his debut novel, and like people were just very surprised and taken aback by it because it was like also very accurate. I heard, you know, from like actual NASA people saying that it was really good. And then obviously maybe they were just like, oh, there's gonna be another miracle. You know, it's hard to follow up when your first novel is like so well received.
It was,
but I really liked it. It was pretty much what I was expecting. So,
well, I think I've seen a review that said someone didn't like it. So I was like, oh, I don't want to be disappointed, and didn't end up reading it, but I really wanted to.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of things going that they didn't like it, but I did.
Yeah, I might give it a go anyway because I really liked the writing in the first one.
And it was the same kind of humor, and I just like here for it.
Someone in the comments asked if we read Night Angel.
As well.
Sorry?
Huh? Oh, the main character is also representative of like I want to say indie family, but you know, I'm not gonna say, but like there's representation for something there.
Yeah. No, I'll definitely give it a go.
As a plus.
But someone asked if we have read the Night Angel trilogy by Brent Weeks in the comments.
Oh, no.
I have not heard of it.
I don't think I've heard. Maybe if I've seen the cover, I would, you know, spring to mind, but not that I can think of.
Because they liked that one.
No.
And then someone recommended a Battle Royale as a suggestion.
I have it. I need to get to it but I didn't know it was so massive, but it is. Battle Royale, by the way. Wait. Let me double check that I'm not making a fool of myself now. Yeah, no, it is fine. Because I was like, is that the one that I'm talking about? Yeah. I think that you would like it because it's what Hunger Games stole the idea from.
Oh, true.
So it's like I think it's Japanese inspired or like set in Japan.
Yeah.
And it's like Hunger Games, but it came way before that. And I think it's a bit cooler than that, like more unfiltered. But it's like Hunger Games. As far as I've heard, correct me if I'm wrong, person that mentioned it, Adam James. So I really want to read it, but it's a little bit of a beast. So I'll get to it at some point. I couldn't find it properly, so I bought like a used book.
I'm just, it is big.
Ooh. But because I know you're a big fan of Hunger Games, so I'm thinking maybe, you know, you might like it.
Yes, I'm definitely going to have a look at it.
I've just sorted my Goodreads books from the average rating, and this is completely unrelated to what we're talking about. But I would just like to announce that the lowest average rated book on the books I've read is Given to the Sea. Carry on.
Oh, someone wanted to mention some salt there, did they? Interesting.
Carry on.
I thought you really liked
yours.
Shut up. On the topic of hate reading that we mentioned earlier as well, I'm still fairly tempted to read the sequel just because I hate it.
No, why? No, don't put yourself through that.
No.
If you didn't like it, just leave it.
It would make for good content.
I'll read it for the content. While eating pizza to survive.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's my life. Dear, that's funny. What was our next topic?
Worst sequel.
Worst sequels. Okay.
See, for me, it was very hard because if I don't like the first one, I don't read the second one. And I don't think I had any like good first ones, and then the second one was really disappointing. Other than the saga, like I suppose, but it was, you know, it was just like so.
Yeah.
So I don't think I have that. No answer to this.
I have one. Shall I go?
Yeah, go on. I'm still thinking. Go on.
Lumberjanes, Volume 9.
Oh.
The 9th one specifically.
Is that the one that's like up and down for you?
Yeah, Lumberjanes is very up and down. Some are fantastic and I love, some are so-so. Volume 9 was terrible. I think they've got to a point with that series now, like, it's so far along. They've almost run out of plot. There's still so many unanswered questions, but it's like they're just trying to prolong it. So they're not answering any of the questions and just putting in stupid stories that are unnecessary, not really entertaining to read. And they know people are going to buy it because they're invested in the series, but they're not actually giving us any plot or any content.
That's a little bit what I feel with Saga sometimes.
Yeah.
So in Volume 9...
annoying when they do that.
Yeah. I gave it 2 stars, but I gave it 2 stars because I'm invested in the characters. I love the girls. The plot there wasn't one. They did a roller derby.
Oh, gosh. That's all?
That's all that happened.
Oh no.
Ugh.
It was awful.
Um,
So
it doesn't
there's-
sound great.
which is such a shame because volumes 1 to 4 were so strong. Volume 2 is my favourite. And it's just just answer the questions that need answering
Yeah.
and stop dragging it out. It's not even like it's relevant to the overall plot. It was just like a mini story.
Yeah. I didn't pick that one up. I just don't know if I'll like it. I haven't picked up any of those volumes yet.
I read no, sorry, no, I'm thinking about Lazy Days. Yikes.
I don't know any sequels that I
Shall I go again?
Oh, you got more. Keep going, yeah.
Not that the first one in this series was good.
I know what you're gonna say. I know. 3 Dark Crowns?
No.
Oh. Damn it.
Because I didn't finish the second one.
Oh.
I didn't,
so
but yeah, that as well. It could
So
be
confident.
So confident.
because that was a terrible sequel as well. I didn't care. I've got rid of the books now. I no longer have them. But I was gonna say, not that the first book is great, but I read the sequel. I finished the sequel. It's just kind of on par, very so is Fireblood by Ellie Blake.
What is that a sequel to?
Okay.
Frostblood.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like the first one was all right. The second one was
I basically feel the same about like the 3 Dark Crowns. Like they're all right to me. I finished.
Yeah, I couldn't read the second
I will
one.
finish.
I was so bored.
The third one.
I was just so bored.
Okay.
I finally found one.
Hey,
So these are not good sequels, yeah? Worst sequels? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
yes,
no.
yes.
Ladies'
haven't
Guide to
read
Petticoats
it.
and Piracy. No.
I DNF'd it.
I understand why.
I didn't even know, Jade, you read the first one.
Yeah, I read the first one
Oh,
in
did you like it?
2017. Yeah, I liked the first one. I gave it 4 stars.
I gave the first one 5.
Wow.
I read,
And this
I
I
read
gave
the
it 2.
first one. I enjoyed it. And then I haven't read this one, but I've heard good things about it, so I'm very confused.
no.
No.
No?
I hated it.
That's so sad because I liked the character, like the girl in the first one.
Felicity. I did too.
If
And that's why I was
she
so annoyed.
like that in this book would have been better. But she's almost like a completely different person.
I think I'll just pass then on that one.
Or
I
at
was
least I thought
disappointed.
she was, but I didn't finish it, so let Beck you.
Yeah, but still, like, I'm not like, heels over the first one. Like, it's not like I live and breathe it. So I think I'll just skip it.
I just, like, her character got so annoying. Like, from the first one, I thought she was fine. And then I read this one, and she was just whiny and non-stop. Just, she was kind of like, I don't need no one to save me, but then always need someone to save her. And I'm like, well, clearly you do. You can't sort your life out.
Which is again fine. I wish they were more like female characters that would be like, you know what, I need help, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Why is that never a thing? Well, not never, but it's so rarely a thing, and it's so annoys me.
But the best part of Petticoats and Piracy was the side characters. Like, that we had some amazing side characters, and then we followed Felicity. Like, no, yeah. No.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah. Can't win them all, can we?
No.
It was just a no for me.
Yeah, I don't really have sequels, like, honestly. It's probably of all the books that I didn't like the first one, so I never got to them.
Yeah.
Thankfully, most of the sequels that I read were like basically one of the best books I've ever read this year as well. Ever in this year. You know what I mean.
Yeah. But I don't think I have any other bad sequels. Other than, like, the Shadow and Bone sequels aren't that great. Sorry, G, if you want to attempt to read them, but
No,
they're not great.
I just won't. I don't know. It's one too many book to read for like just to catch up.
Yeah, just get someone to spoil you.
I'll ask someone. Yeah, or I'll find some book talks or whatnot.
Yeah. Do you have any more, Jade, or G? Are we done with worst sequels?
I don't have any.
I'm just
just
checking my Goodreads to see if there are any, but no, I'm good.
I
you're
think
good.
I read a lot of like first or something, not a lot of sequels.
Oh, unless we want to count Akafas as a sequel.
Oh,
Do we though?
could do technically.
We pretend it doesn't exist, or that's just me.
Yeah.
Okay, move on.
Best sequels, I think we've already talked about mine, which is Bay.
And
And
Muse of
Other
Nightmares.
Bay, I assume.
Or Other Bay. Bay over here.
Other Bay.
Yeah. Same for me for those two.
Second Bay.
Do you have any more Bay that we haven't mentioned?
I'm just going through. I don't think so. I think they were Bays this year. Oh, wait, no. Waking Gods and Only Human.
Yes. You literally just named 3 out of 4 on my list.
Oh, sorry. And we've talked about all of them.
Yeah.
I can't believe I've only
left,
read that
though.
this year.
I have one left. Yay.
Oh, you do your one left.
Yes. Thunderhead.
I knew it.
Oh, of course.
Loved it so much more than the first one. First one got 3 stars. This one got 5 actually.
Whoa.
Wow. Big improvements.
Such a good experience. Oh my god. I read the first one, like just read it normally. And the second one I decided to go for an audiobook. This is a thing that I'm trying now. Sometimes.
Yeah.
To like read the first one in the series, and if I enjoy the series, then try an audiobook if I want to, continue, because then I at least am familiar with it, and then I feel like it's easier for me to pay attention to it, because I'm already familiar with what's happening. And oh my god, the narrator is so good, the plot was so good, the ending was so good. I mean, it wasn't like if not for the ending, it wouldn't be 5 stars, but that ending,
yeah,
I love myself a good ending. Like it can make or break a book, and that was just like so good.
Yeah, it was a good one.
A DNF'd Scythe.
Oh,
that's okay. I can see that. Scythe was like very so for me.
I was bored. I was so bored, but I think I might have to pick it up again to get to the sequel if you gave it 5 stars.
Yeah, maybe try an audiobook. The narrator is really good. It has a very nice voice. I have a crush on his voice, possibly. Actually, I don't remember that much, but like I remember enjoying it.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that then.
It's a bit like there's basically like no love story in the second one, if I remember correctly, right? There's basically no love. And the first one I felt like had that very unnecessarily. It didn't make a lot of sense. No. The whole like love story in the first one was really like not well done. And I think that was the part that really dragged for me. In the second one, there's none of that.
Okay.
No.
Maybe I'll try and
agree.
Finish it to get to the sequel then.
Yeah, but maybe just like do the audiobook because it's easier.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't have to pay too much attention.
Plus, I don't know about the first one, but I'm assuming it's done by the same guy.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, series normally are, aren't they?
Like it was one of those that I was taking extra walks. Like I would go for a walk just so I would listen to the Thunderhead, and I would like put the audiobook before bed, but then like stay purposely not falling asleep so I could listen for it too more. It was one of those very rare in my books.
Well, then I'll have to.
Yeah.
I mean, you might not like it. We do have like also different tastes sometimes. So.
Yeah, but I feel like it's one that a lot of people have really liked. A lot of people have said that the sequel to that is substantially better than the first one.
I'm so excited for the third one. When is that out? Is that out in 2019?
It should be, but I haven't seen anything about it.
I haven't either, because they've written that Dry together with The Sun, I think.
Oh, that wasn't great.
Yeah.
I haven't read it.
Oh, yeah, I read that. That was good.
What is it about? Like,
drought in California, and then one day the taps like stop running, and it's kind of like a dystopian, and they kind of like shit just goes down because there's no water and everyone wants to get water, and yeah, it wasn't that great.
Okay, the third one's called The Toll, but it doesn't have a date yet.
Oh,
but it does say published 2019, so I'm assuming this year at some point.
At some point, fingers crossed for you.
Yeah, I forgot about that one, to be honest.
They're your top 4 sequels then.
So we basically have the same ones then.
Yeah.
Me and you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are your sequels, Jade?
It was a year of good sequels.
Yeah.
Any? Shall I go for the ones released this year?
No, the
what is?
Okay, well, Days of Blood and Starlight, but we've already spoken about that.
Of course, yep.
And the other 3 were actually released this year, so that's okay. A Storm of Ice and Stars, but we've also spoken about that.
Yes, yeah.
The Caged Queen, but we've spoken about that. And Charmcaster by Sebastian de Castell in that series. Again, we've spoken about the series.
Which one is that? Is that the second one or?
That's the third one.
Third one. How many are there going to be? Oh, wait, there's a lot, no?
I think there's going to be 7.
Wow.
The 5th one comes out in May, and then the 6th one comes out in November.
Yeah, so they're like published very like fast.
Yeah, 2 a year.
That's nice.
That's
nice.
Next level.
Wait too long.
It'd be nice if the third one for The Name of the Wind would come out, even if it is like 13 years later.
I'm going to read that this year, G. I promise.
I'm gonna read that as well. We're reading that with AJ at some point. He's rereading it because he hasn't read the second one yet. So
I need to.
Jay, didn't you start that?
I did. I got like, I don't know, 300 pages in or something and just stopped.
That's such a big effort.
I
would be upset, but sorry.
I didn't actively stop it for any reason. I just didn't pick it up again. Like, I didn't purposefully DNF it. I wasn't not enjoying it. I just didn't pick it up again, and here we are.
Yeah, I would be upset, but your mom's enthusiasm for the book like just won me over.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't say what she said on the internet, actually. It was not where it's trackable.
Wait, you tried to listen to it? No, I was so like nervous because I don't know if the audiobook is good.
Yeah,
but like,
it was okay. I didn't have anything against the audiobook. I still have the audiobook.
You should read it in physical form. I feel. Don't risk it. I'm like so scared.
Oh, no.
I think I probably will because, as I said, I put the audiobook down and just never went back to it. So maybe reading
Anna read this recently, finally as well.
Oh yes, I saw on Instagram.
Oh, I did see that too.
And she really liked it, so I'm like, my heart. So happy, yes, convert all the people. But come on, get your...
I'm sorry. This year, it's happening. It's happening. Maybe like February.
Okay.
I'll lock it in.
Yeah, you heard it here, guys.
Yeah. If I don't read it this year, like, someone slap me. Whoever's closer, clearly not you, Pear, because you can't.
It'll be a very long, extendable arm.
Yeah. Yeah, get someone else to do it. But yeah, I will read it this year. It'll be great. And then G will be happy.
I don't like actually pushing. Like, if you want to read it, read it. If you don't, that's fine. But like, I think you would like it, seeing that we basically have the same favorite books.
Yeah.
You two do. I'm such an odd one out here. Wow.
Well, we've been meaning to say that.
No, that's why I said at the start of the video, I felt like me and Bex are gonna have like very similar books.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. But we haven't got into the polar fantasy yet, Jade. You're here for the polar fantasy, friends.
Sorry, I forgot another sequel that was really good. It was The Will of Ascension. That's the second one in Mistborn.
Yeah, I haven't read any of that.
Just as good as the first one, possibly. I'm reading the third one like soon. When I get over my like mandatory books, that's the next one I'm picking up. You know, like the books. Yeah, like the ones for like book clubs.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm getting then. Because I've started Renegades, and that is so big. Like, oh my god.
I need to pick that up soon.
Yeah, I mean, we changed the date for you visiting, so you don't have to. If you didn't want
to, though.
Okay.
I still want to be there for the live show.
Oh, such a shame.
I know, I'm such an idiot. Such an idiot. Oh, you should have been there when she told me.
Hilarious.
Nightmare. Long story short, I forgot my sister's birthday and my mum made my sister cry.
Oh no! Why? Why did you make her cry?
Because I said to my mum, "Oh right, I'm going up to Edinburgh again on this date," and she just looked at me and went, "You absolute idiot! No, you're not. It's Evie's birthday." And then she turned to Evie and just went, "Jade's not coming to your birthday party."
Shit.
And Evie,
brutal.
who is a 5-year-old girl, just burst into tears.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Whoops.
Did you get the money for the tickets back though?
Yeah, no, that's all sorted.
So it's all fine. We'll reschedule.
Yeah, we will. That's fine.
Mum is brutal.
Yeah.
That is super funny.
That is
hilarious.
Yeah, I'm a terrible sister.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot my mom's birthday last year.
Oh, whoopsies.
I think
you told me
birthdays. That. But then, like, I'm okay when people forget mine because it's just a date and people are busy and people don't always have the best memory. Okay, so I'm like completely fine. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. Well, it is a big deal to a soon-to-be 6-year-old.
Yeah,
it would have been a big deal. Whoops.
Whoopsie.
It's just the way she turned to her. I was like, Jade's not coming to your birthday party. Such attitude.
She 100% did that on purpose, though. That's hilarious.
Yeah. And now you're guilt tripped to stay. So, well, what happens? Mum won at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
Anyway, we've gone off topic.
We went off the tangent.
Reel it back in.
But I do have like a random like one question that I'm gonna throw at you that I didn't prepare you for, sorry. Did anyone have a favourite audiobook?
Yes.
Oh.
Can I look at my list?
You can.
So
my list is also running in the background.
Answer?
It's not even a debate for me. It's one of my favourite books of the year.
I know what you mean.
I read that on audio.
Oh,
the narrator was so good for that. Is so good for that. I'm still listening to it. Her voice fits perfectly. Normally, I don't like female narrators, but her voice fits it so well.
I also normally don't like female narrators. I don't know why. I feel like they always force it so much.
Yeah.
With the voices.
Yeah. But no, the narrator for that series is fantastic.
Yeah. I think I've got two.
I am so picky with narrators. It's insane.
See, I am a little bit too. Like, I feel like that added to why I didn't like the Petticoats and Piracy, because the narrator's voice annoyed me. But I read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo on audiobook. That was incredible. And
Stalking... You might have a paperback then.
And then Stalking Jack the Ripper by Kerry Maniscalco.
You know, I also listened to that on audiobook.
Yeah, I tried to read it like normally and ended up DNFing it, and then I don't know, in the magical reader I was trying to replace Vengeful, And I got the audiobook and I was like, oh, I actually like this.
See, like, I like the audiobook. I didn't like love the book though, so I mean the narrators were nice.
Yeah.
I think mine, like, I'm assuming we're not counting Stephen Fry for Harry Potter.
No, we're not.
Then I'll have to see Thunderhead, I think, honestly.
Yep.
Because that guy was just real good. But also the narrator for Bobbyverse books that no one also talks about. It's mainly 2017 though, but I did listen to one of them this year. That guy is really good.
Yeah.
He fits that book so well. I also really recommend that to everyone who likes sci-fi and funny sci-fi. But
which one was that, G?
It's called, like, the whole series is called Bobbyverse, but the first one is what are you called? We Are Legion, We Are Bob.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of that, yep.
You need to read it. I think you will like it. I think you, Jade, would like it as well.
I think I probably would, yeah.
Oh, Rachel did Strange the Dreamer on audio, and she said it was amazing.
Dreamio.
That one.
I don't know why it's so funny. It's late here, so everything's funny.
I also listened to Strange the Dreamer on audio, and it's I'm trying to think if this is the right voice, but was it the really British man? Was that, or was that a different book? But there was something I listened to on audio, and I think it might have been that, with a really British man that was just very dreamy to listen to.
Ooh.
I have this really weird thing that when I have super high expectations for a book, I will never listen to an audiobook.
There you go. Thank you, Rachel, for clarifying. He has a dreamy voice.
You always go, like, very British, and I'm like, you all sound very British to me.
What even me?
No, not you. You don't sound British.
Like...
He's a voice actor on the Illuminates. Oh.
You know what? I was thinking of trying Gemini on audio because I
you still haven't read it. Yeah.
But now I know that he is in that.
You gotta listen now, aren't you?
I love Gemini. It was my favorite, maybe, out of the three. First or the second one.
I think that's the second one too.
I tried to read it shortly after reading Illuminate, and it just felt so
they're the same. They're literally all three books are the same.
Yeah,
like you read one, you read them all. But like if you like
I read Illuminate. Oh god, it must have been early 2017, late 2016. Yeah,
I think it was 16 when we started, basically.
So it might be far enough in the back of my mind that I could read Gemini.
I loved the end of or the whole theme, which obviously is a spoiler, so I'm not gonna say. But I loved that theme. You know what I'm talking about, like the big reveal thing. Loved it.
Yeah, I liked them too.
I think it was my favorite because of that. Although, like the plot twist in Illuminate was obviously like really cool.
Yeah. I feel like because we hadn't. I feel like Gemini and Obsidio, like the plot twists, like you can like get, but in Illuminate, I was just like,
really, Gemini.
What is happening?
I was just like, yeah, but also like Gemini was also really like, I don't know. To me, it was like, ooh, okay,
yeah,
this is what you done there. But in Obsidio, I don't even remember, even though this is the most recent one that I read. I don't even remember what was the biggest thing there. They were just a bit like meh to me, which was sad.
Yeah. I read it on holidays and I really wanted to love it, but I was like, it's alright.
Yeah, same, pretty much.
Yeah.
But
I've heard the audiobooks are amazing. Everyone raves about them.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to miss the pictures.
No, true. I'd have to do it at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah, I think doing it at the same time might be what I do.
Yeah. Because I feel like you would miss so much because they're so visual.
Yeah, especially like in one of them, they had really nice like illustrations. Like she was like journaling, and she was drawing, and I was like, "Oh, that's really good."
Gemini, isn't it?
Gemini.
Yeah.
I thought that was gorgeous. I was like, oh, look
Yeah,
at
and
that, talented.
in the third one, they have like photos of people constantly. Remember
Yeah.
with the list? Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's also sort of important.
Yeah, true.
But they do have very good audiobooks with like full cast and whatnot, and like sound effects.
Yeah, I think I might.
So it's like a full
do that.
experience. Just like sit and have it read to you with all the
Yeah.
pictures. Could make a date out of it. Just be like, I am booked for the next 5 hours.
Yeah, pretty much. Rachel's least
Okay, guys.
favorite was Obsidio as well.
Did you know that they're releasing another one together?
Yes, Aurora Rising
Mm-hmm.
comes
Are
out
we
in
excited?
May.
Are we skeptical?
I'm skeptical, but
Oh.
I'm going in with an open mind. I tried to get my hands on an ARC. I'm pretty sure I missed out, but I just want to read it, see if it's all right. But see, I didn't like I like Jay Kristoff's writing, but I really didn't like Lifelike.
That's
Like, it was
sad.
just-
I still want to try that.
Yeah, it was just kind of F for
I
me.
still need to read God's Grave, though, to be fair. So I have a lot catching up to do with his stuff.
Yeah, I liked God's Grave.
Logan really likes them, like the Nevernight and God's Grave.
Me too.
It's very much his thing, I think. And I think it's because the writing style doesn't bother him. And I think because it's my second language, I think it's a bit harder for me to read those.
I think Jay's writing's always different though. Like I can tell
Yeah.
a Jay Kristoff book. As soon as I started reading Lifelike, I was like, yep, Jay Kristoff. Like, it's very
It has
specific.
this like tinge of Old English, which has always been very hard for me because I'm obviously not exposed to that in any way throughout my
Yeah.
life. So it's always like reading it, and it's a bit like a lag in my brain. Like I have to reread some sentences, and because I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
So it's a bit like draining sometimes to read those, but I do want to.
Yeah.
Because I heard good things.
I just had to have a Google on Aurora Rising because I thought, I swear I've seen a book called that in Warstones, and I have. There is another book of the same title
Oh, there you go.
that is also a sci-fi fantasy.
Nice.
Because I think they had to change the title on that one.
Titles can be they cannot be
They can't be
copyrighted.
copyrighted. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can literally have as many as you want, the same
Yeah.
name and stuff.
But I have a feeling this was like named Zenith or something. Like,
there's a lot of Zeniths.
something weird happened, and then they changed it.
Maybe they didn't want to be associated with the other one.
Maybe. But I hate the cover because the cover got released the other day, and I was like, oh, I don't like that.
Oh, let me Google.
But I'm really picky with covers.
It's got the girl's face on it, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's probably why I don't like it.
Yeah, like the only covers with well, not maybe the only ones, but like the ones that I like are the like Only Human and whatnot. They have faces, but like it works.
Yeah. But I think one of the what's her name? The illustrator. Is it Charlie Bowater?
Well,
maybe?
There's
Yeah.
2 covers, though, no?
Not at the moment.
Yeah, I think it's Charlie Bowater. She also did the US version of Skyward.
Oh yeah, I didn't like that one either.
Mm.
It's people. They like it. But we shall see.
Yeah.
We shall see.
Well, we're hitting literally 2 hours now, so it's probably a good time to stop.
I think so. And we got through our list.
Covered everything.
Yeah.
Talking about our faves and our least faves, but I think that's
It
all.
was very informative. I liked messing up with the data in Goodreads, and surprising things come up.
Yeah, I wish I thought of that beforehand, and could be more prepared.
I think I just like took it very literally. I was like overrated, underrated. Let's sort it by ratings.
You should have sent that hint to me prior. But that is
very
it for
last
us.
minute as well, so I just didn't have a chance to share.
No, that was me also. I would have been asleep anyway. But thank you for watching and joining us, those who are still here. And we will chat
Thanks
to
for
you.
sticking
very
with
soon.
us for a whole 2 hours.
Yes,
We
and
really
thank you
appreciate
for
it.
having us back.
Well, thank
Yeah.
you. Links are all down below. If you don't follow Jade and G, go click on them. And we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.